theatergoers. Welcome and how lovely to see you. I'm here to talk to you about theater and why we all leave our homes to come see it. Assuming we have. But you haven't left your homes and you're here, so welcome. Now, I've written down a few comments about theater for you. I just can't find them. Isn't it refreshing to see someone with a purse? All right, well, I can't find my notes, so I'll just have to make my comments from memory. Drama. Let's begin with etymology, shall we? Etymology, which is the history of a word. The word drama comes from the Greek word dran, which means to do, and which relates to the English word drain, meaning to exhaust one totally, and with the modern pharmaceutical sedating tablet Dramamine, which is the trade name of a drug used to relieve air sickness, seasickness, and a general sense of nausea, or nausea, as Jean-Paul Sartre might say, perhaps over a cup of espresso at a Paris bistro. How I love Paris in the spring. Or I would if I had ever been there, but Mr. Sorkin and I haven't done much traveling. Maybe after he dies I'll go somewhere. We go to the drama seeking the metaphorical Dramamine that will cure us of our nausea of life. Of course, sometimes we're nauseated by the drama itself, and then we are sorry we went, especially if it lasts over 4 hours. I don't mind a leisurely play, but by 10:30, I want to leave the theater and go to sleep. Frequently, I prefer Dramamine to drama. Secondly, we have the word theater, which is derived from the Greek word theastai, meaning to view. Nowadays, we have the word rheostat, which is the device by which you can dim the lights in one's house slowly, rather than just snapping them off with a simple switch. And thirdly, we have the Greek god Dionysus, the last syllable of which is spelled S-U-S in English, but S-O-S in Greek, the letters in which Morse code spell help. Dionysus, the god of wine and revelry, but also the father of modern drama as we know it. Now, the Greeks went to the theater in the open air, just like the late and wonderful Joseph Papp used to make us see Shakespeare. Shakespeare's language is terribly difficult to understand for us of the modern age, but how much easier is it when there's a cool breeze and it's for free? If it's hot and I have to pay, well then, I don't much like Shakespeare. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. He's a brilliant writer, and I look forward to seeing all 750 of his plays. Although perhaps not in this lifetime. But back to the Greeks. The Greeks went to the open-air theater expecting the drama they saw to evoke terror and pity. Nowadays, we have enough terror and pity in our own lives, so rather than going to the drama looking for terror, we go looking for slight irritation. And rather than looking to the drama to evoke pity, we look merely for a generalized sense of identification, as in, Evita was a woman, I'm a woman, or Sweeney Todd is a barber, and I go to the hairdresser, or Fosca and Passion should get her moles removed. I know a good dermatologist, that sort of thing. But did the Greeks really experience terror and pity? And if so, what was it in all that matricide, patricide that so affected them? I know that seeing Greek drama nowadays, even with Meryl Streep in it, really rather baffles me. It is so very different from my own life. My life with Mr. Sorkin is not something Meryl Streep would ever wish to star in, even on PBS. My life with Mr. Sorkin, I'm sorry to say, is not all that interesting. In fact, addressing you at this very moment, I am sorry to say, is the high point of my life to date. Could I have lived my life differently? I was encouraged to play the piano, and I did that. Is there a piano here? Well, I don't see one. I might have played a sonata for you. But back to my theme. Drama, from the Greek word dran. When we leave the drama, we return home feeling drained. And if it's been a good night at the theater, we leave feeling slightly irritated, and feeling identification with Evita, or Fosca, or that poor Mormon woman from Angels in America. And so, drained. We get into our nightgowns, we adjust our rheostats from light to darkness, and me in bed next to Mr. Sorkin, we fall into a deep REM sleep, dreaming who knows what mysterious messages in our teeming unconscious. And then, in the morning, we open our eyes to the light of a new day, of burgeoning possibilities. Light, from the Greek word lukos, meaning white, and the Latin word lumen, meaning illumination. In German, der Licht. In French, la lumière. all art leads to light. Light. Plants need light to grow. Might people need art to grow? It's possible. Are people less important than plants? Well, some are certainly less interesting, but there is some connection between theater and light, and people and plants that I'm striving to articulate. It's about photosynthesis, I think, which is the ingestion of light that plants go through in order to achieve growth. And you see, it's light again. Photo comes from the Greek word phos, which means light, and synthesis comes from the Greek prefix syn, meaning together, and the Greek word tithenai, meaning to place, to put. Photosynthesis, to put it together with light. We go to the drama desperate for help with photosynthesis. The text of the play is a light. The actors help put it together, and we are the plants in the audience. Plants, light, theater, art. I feel this sudden sense of interconnection with everything, and it's making me feel dizzy. And Dramamine, of course, is good for dizziness. Now to wrap up. Dear theatergoers, I hope you enjoy your evening this evening. The plays are by Christopher Durang, who is one of my favorite writers. I'm not sure which of his plays it is you're seeing, but whatever it is, I'm sure it will be splendid. And, by the way, if you're ever in Connecticut, I hope you'll drop by and say hello to me and Mr. Sorkin. He prefers that you call first, but I love to be surprised, so just ring the bell and we'll have cocktails. And I hope you've enjoyed my humbly offered comments on the drama. I have certainly enjoyed speaking with you today, and I have a feeling that in the future it's going to be harder and harder to shut me up. And so, the high point of my life to date being over, I leave you with a play.
Is this Windows 7?
Yeah.
I'm afraid something rather complicated has happened with my driver's license.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. What happened?
Well, you see, I moved here from another state, and I let my driver's license lapse, and... Should I wait until you finish?
I don't think so. It's a very long book.
But are you listening to my problem?
Yeah, I can read and listen at the same time. Go on.
Oh, well. Anyway, I took the driving test again, and I passed it, and I got this temporary license, which has now expired, and I've never gotten my permanent one, and when I called about it, they had no record of me taking the test, so they couldn't send me my license, even though I did take and pass the test. Your turn to say something.
Wait a minute. I wanted to finish the paragraph. Now, what seems to be the matter?
Well,
In one
I
sentence.
I haven't received my driver's license.
Let me see if you're in the computer.
I'm not on the computer.
And what is your name?
I'm not there.
And how do you spell that?
I'm not on the computer. I went to window 3 and they told me there was no record of me on the computer.
Sweetie, I am not window 3. I am window 7 and need to know your name.
James Agnes.
Is that A as in Aardvark, G as in Gesundheit, N as in nincompoop, E as in excruciating, S as in seltzer water, pause, J as in Jupiter, A as in Agnes, M as in Mary, E as in excruciating, and S as in slow lingering death.
Yes.
Well, you're not on the computer.
I told you I wasn't.
Fine, I will give you an award at the end of the day. How else may I help you?
I would like to get my permanent license.
I'm sorry, there's no record of you on the computer.
Yes, but I have my temporary license.
This temporary license has expired.
Yes, I know it's expired.
It is no longer a valid license.
Yes, I know that. That's why I want my permanent one. I hadn't noticed it hadn't come in the mail until this one had already expired. I presumed everything was all right.
What a funny thing to do. If you do not have a valid driver's license, then how did you get here? To the Division of Motor Vehicles.
I took a taxi.
Can you prove that to me?
What?
Did you keep a receipt from this taxi?
No, I didn't.
I trust you do not drive here yourself. Did you, Mr. James Agnes?
No. I realize my license is no longer valid.
That is correct. You have an invalid license. Good morning.
But you're not helping me.
How may I help you?
I would like to get my driver's license.
You must take the driving test.
But I already took the driving test.
I have no record of that.
I know you have no record of it. Some schmuck lost it in the computer.
I will ask you do not speak Yiddish to me that way in this office. If you wish to take the driving test, please proceed to window 4.
I don't want to take the test again.
Well, when did you take the test before?
It's the same date as that on my temporary license.
February 3rd, 1894? The Division of Motor Vehicles did not exist in 1894.
Let me see that. All right, it's clearly a typo. It's meant to be 1994.
I am willing to agree with you that it is more than likely a typo. You see, I don't stick to the rules on everything. I am human. What is your name again?
James Agnes.
Is that A as in Aardvark? G as in Gesundheit?
James Agnes!
Let me see if we have record of you on the computer.
You don't. I told you you don't.
And why are you shouting at me? When I am shouted at, I do not feel like cooperating.
But you haven't been cooperating.
I have been cooperating. If I had not been cooperating, you would have been shouting at me much earlier than this.
I want my license.
Well, you can't have it. You're not on the computer.
But that's not my fault.
And it's not my fault. We are both blameless. Isn't it a nice feeling?
You're not helping me.
I'm doing everything in my power.
But don't you have more power than you're using? Can't you, for instance, type me into the computer and then send me my license?
No. Only the secretary at the driving test site can do that.
And when she forgets to do it at the time of the driving test, can't someone else do it then?
If the secretary at the driving test site is willing to write a note admitting that she had forgotten to type in your name, then I can type your name. And then we will fire her. Do you want her to lose a job?
No, I don't. I want you to lose your job.
I don't see how you can expect me to help you if you're going to be so hostile.
Isn't there anything you can suggest that will solve my problem?
If you could relive the initial driving test, when it was finished, you could ask to watch the secretary type in your name and test results into the computer.
Your suggestion is that I relive the initial driving test.
It is a hypothetical suggestion, I admit, but it is also the limit of what I could think of to assist you.
You know what? Could I see your supervisor, please?
My supervisor is in the other room, shredding documents and cannot be disturbed.
Look into my eyes. I want you to tell me what I should do that will solve my problem, and I want you to tell me right now.
Move out of New York.
Wow. What a great suggestion. Thank you.
Yep. Ohio's nice.
Our lives have been seemingly dull for a while, you know. Nothing major, just sometimes being quiet at dinner.
After 13 years, you run out of things to say, I guess. Or it's just a phase.
I think it's a phase.
Me too. It'll pass.
We've been married for 13 years.
Our anniversary was in March.
So in March, we went to go have some dinner and we tried to get drunk.
We didn't try to get drunk.
Well, I did.
We had a very nice time, but the wine made us sleepy.
And so we were in bed at 10:30. Asleep in bed.
Well, we were tired.
Well, the following week, I got this letter from an old classmate of mine.
Wanda. He'd never mentioned her.
Well, you know, she was just some old girlfriend, high school.
Wanda.
And Wanda wrote to me saying that she was going to be in town and would like to come over and visit.
And he asked me if I'd mind, and I have trouble saying no. Most women do. It's not pleasing or anything. Anyway, Jim got this letter.
And Wanda wrote to us saying that she's going to be in our neck of the woods.
And I hate the phrase, neck of the woods.
And I had asked you if you would mind, and you said it would be all right.
I have trouble saying no. You know that. You should have asked me something like, are you sure? Or really? Or something.
Well, I didn't. I mean, really, it would have been fun, you know? Mulling over the old high school days, the prom, high school paper. I was the editor.
And really, what a ball for me.
And Marcia really didn't seem to mind, you know? So I wrote back to Wanda saying that we'd love to have her visit, and we got everything ready. I mean, really, it would have been fun. In high school, Wanda was quite the looker.
And really, what an enticement for me to meet an old high school fantasy.
So we picked the date out, we got everything ready, Martha cleaned the house and baked the chicken.
Jim refuses to cook or clean.
I mowed the lawn, you baked the chicken.
We're old-fashioned, I guess.
And so we waited for her visit. Oh, let me see Wanda. Can you get the door, honey?
Jim! Oh my gosh, Jim! Jim! Oh, Jim! Hi, I'm Marcia, Jim's wife. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. I was just so excited at seeing this guy again. Hey, guy. Hey. How you doing?
I'm fine. Wanda?
Were you expecting someone else?
No, but didn't you used to be blonde?
Oh, yeah. And I didn't used to be fat either. Although I'm not really fat. My women's group doesn't let me say that. I just have a food problem and some of it shows. But really, I just lost 20 pounds. You should have seen me last month.
Well, you seem quite thin.
Oh, you're just sweet. I may seem thin, but I'm really fat. Do you have anything I can eat? Well... No! No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
It was a joke. It seemed like the setup, you know, where I talk about my weight and then I say, can I have some food?
Well, if you're hungry...
I'm not hungry. Say, Jim, I love your wife. She reminds me of my mother. No. The positive side of my mother, really. I like both of you.
Thank you. I like the both of you, too.
What?
I like you, and I like Jim.
Oh, well, you better. You're married to Jim, you lucky dog, you. Gosh, I love this room. It's so country. Did you do it, Marcia?
Well, that's funny. We bought the furniture. I never really thought of it as doing it.
Well, it's wonderful. And I should know, because I have terrible taste.
What?
Oh, what I mean is that I can identify good taste in others because I have such bad taste in all my own choices. For instance, my house looks like the interior of a Baskin-Robbins. Everything's plastic and there are all these bright yellows and dark chocolates. I mean, really, the only thing worse than being married to me is to have me decorate your house.
Well, I'm sure you underestimate yourself, Wanda.
Isn't he a dreamboat? You're such a dreamboat. Well, say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have anything to eat? Pretzels or something?
Well, dinner should be ready soon.
Oh, I don't want dinner yet. Just some pretzels would be nice. Something to munch on.
Would you like some pate?
Pate? Where'd you get her, honey? The back of the New Yorker? Sure, honey. I can eat pate, as long as you have crackers to go with it.
Sure, I'll be right back.
Oh, Jimbo. She's a jewel. An absolute jewel.
Thank you. We've been married for 13 years.
An unlucky number. But she's a jewel. I hope she's not hard like a jewel. Just precious.
No, she's very precious.
Good.
You know, I hate to say this actually, but I don't really recognize your face.
Oh, that's very perceptive, Jim. I've had plastic surgery. But it wasn't the fancy schmancy kind to make your face look better. It was so they couldn't find me.
So, who couldn't find you?
I don't want to talk about it. Not on the first night, at least.
Well, now you've piqued my interest.
Oh, you men are always so impatient.
Here's the pate.
Oh, thanks, honey. I'll just have the crackers. The stoned wheat thins. I love this. She's a jewel, Jim.
Yes, I know you're a jewel, Marcia.
Thanks. Would you like something to drink? Don't feel you have to have something to drink.
Are you alright?
I don't want to burden you. Or your wife.
Oh, it's no problem. We'd love to be burdened if it helped.
Yeah. Tell us, what's the matter?
I don't know where to begin. I'm just so unhappy.
Gosh, what is it?
Well, it all started the summer after high school graduation. Jim and I had gone to the prom together, and though of course nothing had been said, everyone just kind of assumed that he and I would get married.
Really? Who presumed this?
Everyone! My mother, my father, me, everyone.
Gosh, I mean, I knew we dated, but I mean...
Dated. Jimbo, we were inseparable. From about February of senior year to June senior year, we spent every spare moment together. You gave me your class ring. Look, I have it right here. Oh, I can't find it.
Jim gave me the nicest engagement ring.
Now, where is it?
Just forget about the ring. Just tell us more why you were crying just a couple of minutes ago.
Isn't it obvious?
Isn't it well obvious?
Seeing the path not taken. I could have had a happy life if I'd married you. Forgive me for speaking this way, Marcia. I just want you to know how lucky you are.
Whatever, it's fine.
No, not whatever. Jimbo. You see, I do this in front of Marcia so she knows how lucky she is.
Thank you. I feel lucky.
Well, don't you forget it. Are you listening to me?
No one else is speaking.
I love her sense of humor. So anyway, after the prom, Jimbo went away for the whole summer, and he didn't write me.
I didn't know you wanted me to.
And then you and I went to different colleges, and then when you didn't write me, I was heartbroken.
Really? Well, I'm terribly sorry. I mean, we're kind of casual, you know? I mean, we were 17.
I was 18. They held me back in the 3rd grade.
Well, Wanda, if you felt that way, why didn't you tell me at the time? It's been over 10 years now.
Well, I've been very busy, and it's hard to be open about emotions, especially painful ones. So then I went to Ann Arbor, and Jim and Marcia, I'm so ashamed to tell you this. I was promiscuous.
Really?
Yes. Gosh, these crackers sure are making me thirsty. When you offered me something to drink, I didn't think it was going to be my one chance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like something to drink?
Yes. Thank you, Marcia. Anything at all. Preferably with vodka. She is a jewel, Jim. She really is. Now, where was I?
You were saying you had been promiscuous.
Oh, it was awful. I became a campus joke. And all because I was drowning my sorrow, you see, in flesh.
Ah, in flesh.
Yeah.
Well,
There was this one night, a whole bunch of guys from the football team stood outside my window and they chanted my name.
well, at least you made an impression.
Yeah, but all because I was missing a certain somebody.
Oh, Marsha's back. Hey, Marsha, we missed you.
Here's your drink. Hope you like Kool-Aid.
Oh, I love it. Delicious. So then, there was this one time the campus minister had to give an entire sermon against me, which made me feel just awful. And all because I was pining for you.
I'm gonna go check on the chicken.
No, don't. Go, just get, please.
And of course, I was raised Catholic, so I knew what I was doing was very, very wrong, but I was so unhappy.
There.
Wouldn't anyone like to get some dinner?
Marcia sounds hungry. Sure, honey, let's go eat. The dinner looks beautiful. Marcia, you're so talented as a homemaker.
Thank you.
Now, where was I?
You were saying you had been promiscuous.
I don't like to use that word. I slept around uncontrollably. That's what I prefer to say. Did you ever do that, Marcia?
Nope. I was a late bloomer.
So then there was that guy from prison, Fred. Did I tell you about Fred? Well, anyway, Fred says to me, I married you because I thought you were going to be my anchor in the port of life, but now I think you're stark raving mad. And I said, you think I'm crazy? Who's the one who has hallucinations and thinks that shoes go on the hands instead of the feet? Not me, buddy boy.
Really? Was he on, like, drugs or something?
Don't ask me questions.
What?
Oh, I was just saying you should tell the story in your own way.
Thank you. You know, Jim, I feel really close to Marcia.
Ah, well, that's good to hear. Could you pass the salt, please?
Sure. Don't you just love it? So anyway, one day, the washing machine blew up. And Fred says to me, you did that. Everything about you is chaos. I'm leaving and I'm taking Tranquility with me.
Really? He said tranquility.
Don't ask her questions.
Well, Tranquility was our dog. And I said, I'm the one who fed Tranquility and walked her and took care of her worms. Oh, and she used to throw up on the rug. And of course you can't just leave it there.
I'll be right back.
Are you fine, Marsha?
I'm fine.
She's a little hard to talk to.
I think she's had a hard day.
Really? What did she do? Spend it making up the guest room for me?
Come again?
Really, I could sleep anywhere. I think I'm being evicted tomorrow anyway, so I'd prefer not to be there.
Ah, that's too bad.
I roll with the punches. I enjoy the little things in life. I enjoy colors. I like textures. I like silk and cotton. I don't like corduroy. I don't like bridges.
Can you hold on to that thought for me for a second? I'll be right back. Why are you hiding in the bathroom?
I needed aspirin. When is she leaving?
I think she's staying overnight.
What?
I think she's staying over.
Did you say that or did she say that?
What are you two talking about? Oh, you guys, it's been a great evening. I can't believe we played games for 4 hours.
I'm sorry I shouted at you during Monopoly.
That's okay. I know someone who got killed playing Monopoly.
Well, at least you were really good at charades.
Thanks, but I'm sorry I broke the lamp.
It's perfectly all right. Now, Jim says that you were expecting to stay the night.
Thank you. I'd love to. You know, I feel I'm just starting to scratch the surface with old Jimbo here. Jimbo, do you remember the girl with the teeth who won Homecoming Queen? What was her name?
I don't remember. She had teeth?
Big teeth.
Well, we need to go make up your room for you. I didn't know you were, Well, we need to make it up.
I hope there's a quilt. I love quilts.
I'll look for one.
You You know, I once had this boyfriend named Augie. He was really violent, but he was really little, so I was able to push him down the stairs.
Your room is right over down the hall.
Oh, well, thank you. Good night, you two. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Oh, is this your bedroom? It's so pretty.
Is something wrong with your room?
No, it's lovely. Although not as nice as here. But then again, this is the master bedroom, isn't it?
Can I get you a pill?
Oh, no thanks. Marsha, I love this bedroom. I feel very enveloped here. It makes me never want to leave. I worked in Hartford once for 3 weeks as a receptionist in an office.
Wanda, I'm really sorry. I think I need to sleep.
Oh, you can sleep. I won't be offended. So then I got fired from the office, and then I moved to Santa Fe because I heard the furniture there was... And Arthur's ex-wife kept making threatening phone calls to me. Leonard said to me, "Wanda, you are a worthless piece of trash." And I said, "Don't you think I know that? Do you think this is news?" He wanted me to kill his mother. And I said, "Are you crazy? I've never even met your mother." And he said, "Fine, I'll introduce you." Are you asleep? Jim? Marsha? You're not pretending to be asleep, are you? Jim? Marsha? Marsha?
Yes?
Oh, I was just checking to see if you were asleep.
Yes, I am. Good night. Sleep well.
Good night.
Billy, be careful!
That's your son?
Yes, Billy. He has my eyes and mouth. Oh, his father's nose.
Yes, I can see that. Of course, I've never seen your husband's nose, but he does have your mouth and eyes.
Billy, don't hang upside down. You'll crack your head open. He's reckless, just like his Uncle Fred.
Oh, is that his favorite uncle?
Oh, he's never met Fred. Fred is dead. Oh, is that your little girl?
Yes, Susie. Watch your head, Susie. It's such a full-time job looking after children.
Yes, it is. Susie's a pretty child. Is her father very handsome?
Yes, his whole family is very nice looking.
That's nice. Nobody in our family is particularly good looking. Well, except for Fred. Sort of, though you never know it from the way he ended up all squashed that way.
How did he die?
Part of the roller skating craze. He didn't know how, and he skated right under a crosstown bus. Be careful, Billy! I don't think there's such thing as a homely child, do you? I mean, Billy may well grow up to be quite homely, but right now he's really very cute. And your daughter is downright pretty.
Thank you. Be careful of your face, Susie. Don't fall down on it.
I have a child too, you know.
What?
No one has asked me about my child.
Well, no one was talking to you.
Well, I'm a human being. I deserve courtesy.
Well, where's your child?
That's her, lying on the ground. Get up, Daisy. Stop acting like a lump.
What's the matter with her?
She's very depressed. She falls asleep all the time. You put her in the bathtub, she falls asleep. You put her on the toilet, she falls asleep. She's a depressing child. Get up, Daisy. Maybe one of the boys will poke her for me.
Maybe it's narcolepsy.
You're trying to say something nasty about me, aren't you?
Narcolepsy is a disease where people fall asleep. You should take your daughter to a doctor.
All diseases are psychological. I'm not gonna waste money on some dumb doctor who can't do anything about anything. She sleeps because she doesn't want to be awake. She has no joie de vivre. Get up, Daisy! Hey, you! Boy with the stick. Can you get my daughter up?
Billy, don't poke her with a stick. That's not nice.
Why isn't she moving?
She's willful. Get up, you lump of clay! Tug her hair a little.
Billy, leave the little girl alone and go play on the jungle gym. I don't want want you encouraging my son to pick on women. That's not a very good thing to teach.
She still isn't moving. Maybe she's fainted.
She just does this to annoy me. It's very successful. You're very successful, Daisy. You're getting through. It's passive aggression. I do it with my husband all the time. He says, "Did you make dinner?" I lie down the rug and don't move. He says, "Get up." I don't move a muscle. She gets it from me. Do as I say, Daisy, not as I do. I've told you that.
That's no way to bring up a child.
What do you know? Do you want a fat lip? Don't cross me. I can do something terrible to your child.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. My bark's worth more than I bite. Get up, Daisy. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. Sing. Sing!
It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of the bicycle built for two.
Did she move?
I think her arm twitched a little.
Oh, I bet she heard it. She loves that song, don't you, Daisy? Well, I have to go home now. Goodbye. Come on, Daisy, we're going home. Mother can't stand to park another minute. Get up. Get up, Dad, you get up. All right, Daisy, I'm gonna count to 5, and then I'm gonna step on your back. You listening? 1, 2, 3.
Get up, Daisy.
4, 4.5, 4 3/4. Oh, look, there she goes.
My God, she's running fast.
She's like that, very inconsistent. 1 minute catatonic, the next minute she's running like a comet.
My God, she's running right toward that bus.
Yes, she's always been drawn to buses. She always running out right in front of them. Usually the driver stops in time.
My God, it's going to hit her.
Well, it'll probably be fine.
Thank God. It came so close.
She does this all the time. I get quite used to it. Oh my God, Daisy! Oh my God, she was almost killed! Oh God, oh God! Daisy, I'm coming!
Good grief.
Well, at least the child's safe.
Do you think we should do something?
I don't know. Maybe it's not her child. Maybe she's only babysitting.
I don't think so.
I don't think we should get involved.
All right, we won't do anything better then. We'll wait until we hear about it on TV.
I read about that child they found dismembered in the garbage cans outside the 21 Club. CBS is going to make a TV movie about it.
I don't think television should exploit the sufferings of real people like that.
But they've got all those hours of programming to do. They've got to fill it up with something.
I suppose.
I wouldn't like to be a television executive. You'd have to have ideas all the time, and then after a while, if people don't like your ideas, they fire you.
This is really off the point of what we should be doing about that poor child.
I don't like to think about it.
Well, that won't help the child. Come on, Billy, we're going home.
Rise and shine. Lawrence, honey, come out here and let me have a look at you. Oh, Lawrence, honey, you look lovely.
No, I don't, Mama. I have a pimple on the back of my neck.
Oh, don't say the word pimple, honey. It's coming. Now, your brother Tom is bringing home a girl from the warehouse for you to meet, and I want you to make a good impression, honey.
It upsets my stomach to meet people, Mama.
Oh, Lawrence, you're so sensitive, it makes me want to slap you.
I don't need to meet people, Mama. I'm happy right here, playing with my collection of glass cocktail stirrers.
Lawrence, you are a caution. Only stupid people and alcoholics are interested in glass cocktail stirs.
Each one of them has a special name, Mama. I call this one string bean because it's long and thin. And I call this one string bean because it's long and thin. And I call this one blue because it's blue and I like blue.
Oh, my children have such imagination. Why was I so blessed? Oh, but Lawrence, honey, how are you going to get on in the world if you just stay home all day, year after year, playing with your collection of glass cocktail stirs?
Well, I don't like the world, Mama. I like it here, in this room.
I know you do, Lawrence, honey. It's a part of your charm, some days, but, honey, what about making a living?
I can't work, Mama. I'm crippled.
There's nothing wrong with your leg, Lawrence. All the doctors have told you that.
This limping thing is an affectation.
I only know how I feel, Mama.
If only I had connections in the mafia, I'd have someone come and break both your legs.
Don't make me laugh, Mama. You know I have asthma.
Your asthma, your eczema, your leg. You're just a mess, Lawrence.
I'm scabbed from the itching, Mama.
That's lovely, Lawrence. You must tell us more over dinner.
All right.
That was a joke, Lawrence.
Don't make me laugh, Mama. You know I have asthma.
Now, Lawrence, I don't want you talking about your ailments to the feminine caller your brother Tom is bringing home from the warehouse. No nice-bred young lady likes to hear a young man discussing his eczema, Lawrence.
What else can I talk about, Mama?
Talk about the weather, or red china.
Or my collection of glass cocktail stirrers?
I suppose so, honey. If the conversation comes to some god-awful standstill. Otherwise, I'd shut up about it. Conversation is an art, Lawrence. Back at Blue Mountain, when I had 17 gentlemen callers, I was able to converse with charm and vivacity for 6 hours without stop. And if it once mentioned eczema or bone cancer or vivisection, try to emulate me, Lawrence, honey. Charm and vivacity and charm and vivacity and charm.
Well, I'll try, but I doubt it.
Me too, honey. But we'll get through the motions anyway, won't we?
I don't know if I want to meet some girl who works at the warehouse anyway, Mama.
Your brother Tom says she's a lovely girl with a nice personality. And where else does he seem to meet girls except for the few who work at the warehouse? He only seems to meet men at the movies.
It's unfeminine for a girl to work at a warehouse.
Now, Lawrence, if you can't get out that door without getting an upset stomach or an attack of vertigo, then we have got to find some nice girl who's willing to support you. Otherwise, how am I ever going to get you out of this house and off my hands?
Why do you want to be rid of me, Mama?
I suppose it's unmotherly of me, dear, but you really get on my nerves, limping around the apartment, pretending to have asthma. Oh, if only some nice girl would marry you, and I knew you were taken care of. Then I'd feel free to start to live again. I'd join Parents Without Partners. I'd go to dinner dances. Oh, I'd have a life again, rather than just mope about this stupid apartment. I'm not bitter, dear. It's just that I hate my life.
I understand, Mama.
Do you, dear? Oh, you're cute. Oh, listen. I think I hear them.
Mother, I forgot my keys.
I'll be in the other room.
I want you to let them in, Lawrence.
Mama, I couldn't. She'd see I limp.
Then don't limp, damn it.
Mother, you there?
Just be patient, Tom, honey. Now, Lawrence, you march over to that door or I'm going to break all your swizzle sticks.
Mama, I can't.
Lawrence, you are a grown boy. Now you answer that door like any normal person.
I can't.
Mother, I'm gonna break the door down in a minute.
Just be patient, Tom, honey. Now, Lawrence, I want you to answer that door.
My eczema itches.
Oh, the itch for you in a second, Lawrence.
All right, I'm breaking it down.
Oh, Tom, you got in.
Why must we go through this every night? My kid brother has a thing about answering doors. He thinks someone's gonna notice his limp, his asthma, and his eczema.
Excuse me, I think I hear someone calling me in the other room. Come in.
Oh, now see what you've done. He's probably gonna refuse to come out to the table due to your insensitivity. Oh, was any woman as cursed as I, with one son who's too sensitive and the other who's this big lax. Oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. I'm Amanda Green Valley. You must be Virginia Bennett from the warehouse. Tom has spoken so much about you. I feel like you're almost one of the family. Preferably a daughter-in-law. Welcome, Virginia.
Call me Jenny or call me Jim, but just don't call me late for dinner.
Oh, how amusing. Why is she shouting? Is she deaf?
Oh, you're asking why I'm speaking so loudly? Well, I'm taking this course in public speaking, and so far, we've covered speaking nice and loud so the people in the back of the room can hear you.
Oh, public speaking. How impressive. You must be interested in improving yourself.
What?
You must be interested in improving yourself.
Oh, yes, I am.
I want to get this dinner with over fast. If everyone's going to be shouting all evening,
What?
Dinner's almost ready.
Who's ready?
Oh, Lord, no, dear. Dinner is ready.
Oh, good. I'm as hungry as a bear.
You must be very popular at the warehouse, Jenny.
No popsicle for me, ma'am. Although I will take you up on some gin.
What?
I would like some gin.
Well, fine. I think I'd like to get drunk, too. Tom, why don't you prepare some 2 Southern ladies some nice summer gin and tonics, and see if Sister would like a lemonade?
Sister?
Oh, did I say sister? I meant brother.
Hey, Four Eyes! You want a lemonade?
Tom's so amusing. He calls Lawrence Four Eyes even though he doesn't wear glasses.
And, does Lawrence wear glasses?
What?
Well, you said that Tom called Lawrence Four Eyes even though he don't wear glasses. So, you see, I wondered if Lawrence wore glasses because that would explain it.
I don't know. I'd have to ask Lawrence someday. Speaking of Lawrence, let me go check on the supper and see if I can convince him to come out here and make conversation with you.
Oh, no thanks. I'll just take the gin.
What?
What?
Never mind. I'll be back. Or with luck, I won't.
They must drink a lot here.
Here's some gin for Jenny.
What?
Here's your poison.
Oh, no thanks. I'll just wait here.
Have you ever thought that maybe your hearing's being affected by all that loud machinery from the warehouse?
Scenery? Oh, you mean like trees? I like trees.
I like trees too.
Now you get out of that bed this minute, Lawrence Sweet Valley, or I'm going to give that overbearing girl your entire collection of glass gobbledygook. Is that clear? I believe Lawrence would like to visit with you, Jenny.
Oh, Tom already brought me my drink. Thank you, Mrs. Sweet Valley.
You know, dear, a hearing aid really isn't all that expensive. You might look into that.
No, if I have my gin, I don't really need any Gatorade. I never like this stuff anyways, but you feel free.
Thank you, dear. I will. Come, Tom, come to the kitchen and help me prepare the supper. We'll let the 2 young people converse. Remember, Lawrence, charm and vivacity.
I hope this dinner won't take long, Mother. I don't want to get to the movies too late.
Oh, shut up about the movies.
Hi.
Hi. I've gone to bed.
I'll never eat bread. It's too fattening. I have to watch my figure if I want to get ahead in this world. Why are you wearing them pajamas?
I've gone to bed. My head hurts and my leg hurts and palpitations of the heart.
I don't know. Hum a few bars and I'll see.
We've met before, you know?
Uh-huh.
We were in high school together. You were voted girl most likely to succeed. We sat next to one another in Glee Club.
I'm sorry. I really can't hear you. You're speaking too softly.
You used to call me Blue Roses.
Blue Roses? I remember. Sort of. Why'd I do that?
Well, I had been absent from school for several weeks, and when I came back, you asked me where I'd been, and I said I'd been sick with viral pneumonia, but you thought I said Blue Roses.
I remember. You used to make a spectacle of yourself in the Glee class, clumping up the aisle with that big, noisy leg brace of yours. God, you made a racket.
I was always so afraid people were looking at me and staring. But then Mom wouldn't let me wear the leg brace anymore. She gave it to the Salvation Army.
The Army? I've never been in the Army. How long you in for?
I've never been in the Army. I have asthma.
You do? May I see it?
See it?
Oh, unless you don't want me to.
Maybe you want to see my collection of glass cocktail stirrers. I call this one string bean because it's long and thin.
Uh-huh.
No, they're not for use, they're a collection.
Well, I guess I stirred it enough.
They're my favorite thing in the world. I call this one Q-tip because it reminds me of a Q-tip, except it doesn't have little cotton swabs at the end of it. Q-tip.
Well, I didn't think it was a Q-tip, but that's what you said it was.
I call it that. I think I'm going to throw this one out now. I call this one Pinocchio because if you hold it perpendicular to your nose, it makes your nose look long like this. See?
Uh-huh.
And I call this one Harry Potter because it's made out of glass And he wears glasses.
Uh-huh.
And I call this one Daffodil because it's yellow and daffodils are yellow. Oh, that's just for looking, not for stirring. Mom, she's making a mess of my collection.
Oh, shut up about your collection, honey. You're probably driving the poor girl bananas. Oh, no bananas for me, ma'am. My nutritionist said I should avoid potassium. You know what I find your trouble to be, Lawrence?
Well, Mama says I'm stupid.
I know. That's why I made you wearing their pajamas. But this won't take too long. I judge you be lacking in self-confidence. Am I right?
Well, I am afraid of people and things, and I have a lot of ailments.
I know, and that's what makes you special.
What does?
Well, I don't know. Whatever you just said. But you need to present yourself with more confidence. Throw back your shoulders and say, "Hi! How you doing?"
Hello. How are you?
I don't know. It's 8:30, but this won't take too long. Now say, "Hi! How you doing?"
Hi. How you doing?
That's much better, Lawrence. Try it one more time. "Hi! How you doing?"
Hi. How you doing?
Now add a bit of swagger to it. "Hi! How you doing?"
Hi. How you doing?
The Braves played hell of a game, don't you think?
The Braves played a hell of a game, don't you think?
Oh, God. I feel sorry for their children. Is this the only girl who works at the warehouse, Tom?
Hi, Mrs. Wing Valley. Your son Lawrence and I are getting along just fine, right, Lawrence?
Please, no need to shout. I'm not deaf, even if you are.
What?
I'm glad you like Lawrence.
What?
I'm glad you like Lawrence.
What?
Why don't you marry Lawrence?
Oh,
Mama.
that's why Shakespeare asked me here.
Shakespeare?
The first day of work, she asked my name, and I said, Tom Wingbaby. And she thought I said Shakespeare.
Oh, dear Mrs. Wing Valley, if I had a younger brother as nice and as special as Lawrence was, I'd have girls from the warehouse meet him too.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
And you're probably thinking that I'll say that I'll call again.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Well, you're probably hoping that I'll say I'll call again.
Really? We haven't had supper yet. Tom, shouldn't you be checking on the roast pig's feet?
Guess so. If anything interesting happens, call me.
But I'm afraid I won't be calling on your son Lawrence again.
This is so embarrassing. Mama, I told you I wanted to stay in my room.
Hush up, Lawrence.
But don't think I won't be calling on you again, Lawrence, because I don't like you. Because I do like you.
You do?
Sure, I like everybody. But I got 2 time clocks to punch in, Mrs. Wing Valley. One at the warehouse and one at night.
At night? You have a second job? That is ambitious.
No, not a second job. Betty.
Pardon?
Now who's dead? Betty. I'm getting involved with a girl named Betty. We've been together for about a year, and we're saving money for a tractor and a farmhouse together. So you can see why I can't visit your son, though I wish I could. No hard feelings, Lawrence. You're a good kid.
I want you to keep this. It's my very favorite one. I call it thermometer because it reminds me of a thermometer.
You want me to have this?
Yes, that's a souvenir. You broke it.
What?
You broke it. You broke it.
Well, you got 20 more from here.
Well, I'm sorry you have to be going.
What?
Haven't you better be going?
What?
Go away!
Well, I guess I can tell when I'm not wanted. I guess I'll go.
You and Betty should come over some evening, preferably when we're out.
Uh-huh. So long, Shakespeare. See you at the warehouse. So long, Lawrence. Hope your rash gets better.
You broke thermometer.
What was the thermometer doing with the swizzle sticks anyway?
Its name was thermometer, you nitwit.
Let it go, Lawrence. There'll be other swizzle sticks. Goodbye, Virginia.
So long, everybody. I had a nice time.
Tom, come in here, please.
Yes, Mother. Where's Ginny?
The feminine caller made a hasty departure.
Oh, Four Eyes bore her to death, huh?
Drop dead.
We should have you institutionalized.
That's the first helpful thing you've said all evening. First things first, you played a little joke on us, Tom.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't mention that your friend was already spoken for?
think she liked men.
Yes, well, it seems odd, you know, so little about a person you see every day at the warehouse.
I don't want to listen to this. I'm going to the movies.
While you're out, could you pick me up some more cocktail stirrers at the liquor store? She broke the thermometer.
Listen to your brother Tom, he's pathetic. How are we going to support ourselves once you go? And I know you want to leave. I've seen the brochure to the Merchant Marines in your underwear drawer, and the application to the Air Force, and your letter of inquiry to the Ballet Trocadero. So don't think I'm unaware of your thinking, Tom. But don't leave us until you fulfill your duties here, Tom. Help brother find a wife, or a job, or a doctor, or consider euthanasia, but don't leave me here alone, saddled with him.
Mama, don't you like me?
Of course, dear. I'm just making jokes.
Be careful of my asthma.
I'll try, dear. Now, why don't you hold your breath in case you get a case of terminal hiccups?
All right.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the movies.
I don't believe you go to the movies. What did you see last night?
I don't want to have this conversation. I'm leaving.
Go then. Don't think about us. A mother alone, an unmarried brother who thinks he's crippled and has no job. Don't stop holding your breath, Lawrence. Mama was kidding. Just go then. Go to the movies.
All right, I will. And the more you shut up my selfishness, the quicker I'll go.
Go then. Go to the moon, you selfish dreamer. Oh, Lawrence, honey, what's to become of us?
Tom forgot his newspaper, Mama.
Oh, he forgot a lot more than that, Lawrence, honey. He forgot his mama and brother.
I didn't go to the moon. I went to the movies. In Paris. A long, lonely trip working my way off a freighter. They had good movies in Paris. They weren't in English, but I didn't mind. And as for my mother and brother, they were impossible to live with. So I didn't miss them. Or so I thought, for something pursued me. It would come upon me unawares, catch me by surprise. Sometimes it'd be a swizzle stick in someone's vodka glass, or even a jar of pig's feet. And in all the bars I went to, there are those damn swizzle sticks everywhere. Sometimes I think of my brother Lawrence and his collection of glass, and of my mother. I begin to think their story would make a good novel, or even a play. A mother's hopes, a brother's dreams, humor, pathos, even tragedy. But then I lose interest I really have at the time. And so, I'll leave them both, dimly lit in my memory. Play with your swizzle sticks, Lawrence. And so, goodbye.
Tom, I hear you out on the porch talking. Who are you talking to?
No one, Mother. I'm just going to the movies.
Well, try not to be too late. You got work early at the warehouse tomorrow.
Yes, Mother. See you later.
Look at the light through the glass, Mama. Isn't it amazing?
Yes, I guess it is. Oh, but both my children are weird. What have I done, oh Lord, to deserve them?
Just lucky, Mama.
Don't make jokes, Lawrence. Your leg, your asthma, your eczema, my life.
Don't be sad, Mama. We have each other for company and amusement.
Yes, I guess it's always the darkness before the dawn. Though right before a typhoon sweeps up and kills everybody.
Oh, poor Mama. Maybe I'll try to cheer you up with my collection. Is that a good idea?
Yes, I guess it is. Thank you.
I call this one Daffodil because it's yellow and daffodils are yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And I call this one Curtain Rod because it reminds me of a curtain rod, except it doesn't have little curtains.
Uh-huh.
And I call this one Ocean because the ocean is blue.
I thought you called the blue one blue, you idiot child. Oh, do I have to listen to this pathetic prattling the rest of my life? Can't you at least be consistent?
No, I guess I can't.
Well, try, can't you? I'm sorry, Lawrence. I'm a little short-tempered today.
That's all right.
Do you have any other swizzle sticks with names, Lawrence?
Yes, I do. I call this one Mama.
That's lovely, Lawrence. Thank you.
I guess I can be a little short-tempered, too.
We won't kill each other this evening, all right?
All right.
Oh, Lawrence, honey, look. It's the evening star. Let's make a wish on it, honey, shall we?
All right.
What did you wish for, darling?
More swizzle sticks.
You're so predictable, Lawrence. It's a part of your charm, I guess.
What did you wish for, Mama?
The same thing. Maybe just a little happiness too, but mostly some more swizzle sticks.
Susan, I'm so sorry. My deepest condolences.
Yes. Thank you.
Marcus.
Yes. Marcus. Thank you for coming.
We'll all miss him.
Yes. It's a great loss.
We'll all miss him terribly.
Yes.
You must feel terrible.
Well, I don't feel good. It was a terrible shock.
Death is always a shock. You're sitting home alone, sitting, and suddenly death goes boom, and somebody drops down dead.
Yes.
What were his last words? Were they boo?
No, not really.
Well, did he make any last noises?
Noises? What?
Guttural sorts of noises? Or high-pitched shrieking ones? Eek, eek, awooga, awooga!
Just noises. They were lower than that. Don't do that anymore.
Oh, Susan, you poor, poor thing. I will wait if I were you. I'm gonna be a while. Alone in the dining room. Alone in the living room. Living room. That's a mocking phrase now, isn't it? Alone, alone, all alone. Alone, alone, alone.
Please don't go on.
Yes, but you have to mourn, Susan, to mourn. You know, I thought the Irish were right to do all that keening. Do you want to keen, Susan?
Not really, but thank you anyway.
How about singing a Negro spiritual?
I don't think so.
Swing low, sweet chariot, come in for to carry me oh.
Thank you for coming.
Don't you want to sing?
I don't want to keen or sing. I'm an Episcopalian. I'll cry quietly in my room later this evening. Now, I must attend to the other mourners.
Susan, you're avoiding the sadness. I can't let you do that.
Please, please let me do that. It's been a terrible day. I have to bury my husband.
He's in the casket? It's a closed casket. He's not in some other room propped up in some stuffed chair or other, waiting there to startle someone, is he?
Certainly not. Thank you so much for coming.
That would give someone quite a fright. They'd be standing by this chair making conversation, only to realize that he was stone's start called dead. He was dead! And he was talking to him! That's a good one.
Yes, very good. Oh, David!
I'm gonna miss him too, you know.
Ah, how nice. Or rather, how interesting. Well, time heals everything.
You're not the only one with sorrow written on your forehead.
What?
I should say not. Magic marker. Doesn't wash off. Gonna miss him on the commuter train. He used to exchange morning pleasantries. Good morning! Or, good enough for you? Or, the train seems to be on time for a change.
I see. Excuse me, I think the mortician is signaling me.
You know, your husband was the only person in that whole damn train who was even willing to speak to me. The other people get panic in their eyes if I even started to walk in their direction. They'd move away or pretend to be asleep. They didn't fool me. I'm no dope. You can't sleep standing up.
Well, if you're tired enough, maybe you can.
Your husband, though, is always so friendly to me. Not like my father. Nowadays, he won't even return my phone calls.
What?
Well, he's dead. But I have this medium friend who gave me this special 800 number that lets you call the dead. Maybe you'd like the number too, so you could try to reach your husband on the other side.
I don't think so. Well, que sera, sera. I'm me. La-di-da. Well, thank you for coming.
Well, you're welcome. I just feel so lonely and I don't know what I'm going to do in the train in the morning.
Yes, well, why don't you read a book?
That's an idea. Do you have any suggestions?
Oh, I don't know. The Thornbirds, Great Expectations, any book. I don't care.
My favorite book is Babar the Elephant.
Yes, that is excellent.
Well, have you read it?
No, but I hear wonderful things. I mean, my. Well, thank you so much for coming. Goodbye.
Are you leaving?
No, I'm not leaving. I want you to leave. You're making me hysterical. Can't you take a hint? When I say thank you for coming, that's code for go away now. Can't you understand that?
I'm sorry. I thought it just meant thank you for coming. I'm sorry. Is there anything else you said in code I haven't understood?
No, nothing. I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just, well, oh dear. Now I feel terribly guilty about having expressed my emotions.
Well, don't feel guilty about expressing emotions. You had a terrible loss.
Yes, I have.
Are you sure you don't want a keen yet? I'm not Irish, but I think it's a very appropriate thing to do at a wake.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe another time.
This will be the most likely time.
I don't know. What does caning sound like exactly?
Oh, it's real interesting. It's like this.
Please stop staring. Go back to your conversational buzz.
Did I do something wrong again?
Well, it was a very startling sound.
Well, it's just like crying, but more dramatic. I love to cry. You loved your husband, didn't you?
Yes.
Then don't you want to keen just a little?
Well, I see your point a little, but I don't know that I really could.
You could do it softer than I did.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, it'll make you feel better.
Would it? This is difficult to do in public. Couldn't I call you later this evening and do it on the phone?
You shouldn't do it over the phone.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, it'll help. That's good. That's good. There. That's better.
Thank you so much for coming. No, not code. Thank you.
What?
I feel much better.
Well, you're welcome.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how I got in here.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I've been calling you.
Pardon?
An awful thing has happened. Eddie's been in a car accident and you'll have to go on for him.
Good heavens, how awful. Who's Eddie?
Eddie? Edwin, you have to go on for him.
on for him?
Well, he can't go on. He's been in a car accident.
Oh, yes, I understood that part, but what do you mean go on for him?
You play the part. Now, I know you haven't gotten a chance to rehearse it exactly, but presumably you know your lines and you've certainly seen it enough.
I don't understand. Do I know you?
George, we don't have time for this kind of kidding. Half hour.
My name isn't George. It's well, don't I don't exactly know what it is, but it's not George.
My God, did you hear about Eddie?
Yes, I did.
It's just too awful. Well, good luck tonight, George darling. We're all counting on you. Of course, you're a little too young for the part, and you're a little too short, so we have to cut out all the lines about you hitting your head on the ceiling. Oh, and don't forget, when I cough 3 times, that is your cue to unzip the back of my dress, and then I slap you. We changed it from last night.
Wait, what play are we doing exactly?
Pardon?
What is the play? Please.
Coward. It's The Coward. Noel Coward? George, don't mess with me like that. I thought you were serious. Anyway, break a leg, darling.
Coward. I wonder if it's Private Lives or something. I've seen that one. I don't remember rehearsing it exactly. Am I an actor? I thought I was an accountant. Why does everyone keep calling me George?
Hello, Stanley. I heard about what happened to Edwin, so good luck tonight. We're all counting on you.
Wait, what play are we doing?
Very funny, Stanley.
No, really, I've forgotten.
Checkmate.
Checkmate?
By Samuel Beckett. You know, in the garbage cans. You always make these jokes, Stanley. Just don't do it on stage. Well, good luck tonight. I mean, break a leg. Did you hear? Edwin broke both legs.
I've never heard of Checkmate.
George, get into costume. We have 15 minutes.
Ooh, good Lord, I'm late. Hi, Eddie. Oh, you're not Eddie. Who are you?
Wait, you've never seen me before?
Who the devil are you?
I don't really know. George, I think. But maybe Stanley, but probably George. I think I'm an accountant.
Look, no one's allowed backstage before a performance, so I'll have to ask you to leave or I'll be forced to report you to the stage manager.
Oh, she knows I'm here already.
Oh, well, if Meg knows you're here, it must be all right. It's not my affair. I'm late enough already.
10 minutes, everybody. The call is 10 minutes.
I better just go home, you know. I didn't mean to do that.
George, stop that. If you keep this up, we'll have to put you on charges. Go to the dressing room to change.
But where is the dressing room?
George, you're not amusing. It's that way. Now give me those. I'll go soak them for you.
Please don't soak them.
Don't tell me to do my job. Now go change. The call is 5 minutes. 5 minutes, everyone. 5 minutes, places.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? At this evening's performance, the role of Elliot, normally played by Edwin Booth, will be played by George Spelvin. The role of Amanda, normally played by Sarah Bernhardt, will be played by Sarah Siddons. The role of Kitty the barmaid will be played by Mrs. Patrick Campbell. Dr. Crippen will play himself. The management wishes to remind the audience that the taking of photographs is strictly prohibited by law, and it is dangerous as it may disorient the actor. Thank you.
Extraordinary how potent cheap music is.
What?
Extraordinary how potent cheap music is.
Yeah, that's true. Am I supposed to be Hamlet?
Whose yacht do you think that is?
Where?
The Duke of Westminster, I expect. It always is.
Ah, well, perhaps. Um, to be or not to be? I don't know any more of it.
Elliot, please, we're on our honeymoons.
We are?
Yes, me with Victor and you with Sybil.
Ah,
Tell me about Sybil.
I've never met her.
Oh, Elliot, you're so amusing. You're married to her. Tell me about her.
Um, well, nothing much to tell, really. She's pretty nondescript, I'd say.
I bet you're going to say that she's just like Lady Bundle, with one blue eye, one brown eye, 3 chins, and an eye in the middle of her forehead. Weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Victor's like that too. I bet you're about to tell me about how you traveled around the world.
Oh, yeah. I traveled around the world. Yeah.
How was it?
The world?
Yes.
Oh, pretty nice.
I always feared that the Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box. Did it?
Not really.
I always feared that the Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box. Did it?
I guess it did.
I always feared that the Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box. Did it?
Hard to say. What brand biscuit box?
I always feared that the Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box. Did it? Did it?
I wonder whose yacht that is out there.
Did it?
My, this balcony is looking a little dusty. Let me just clean it up a little. Not only did the Taj Mahal look like a biscuit, but women should be struck regularly like gongs.
Not only did the Taj Mahal look like a biscuit box, but women should be struck regularly like gongs.
Extraordinary how potent sheet music is.
Yes, quite extraordinary.
How was China?
China?
Yes, you traveled around the world. How was China?
Yeah, I liked it, but I felt homesick.
How was China?
Lots of rice, and the women there, they bind their feet.
How was China?
I hated it. I missed you.
How was China?
I hated it. I missed Sybil.
How was China?
I hated it. I missed the maid. Oh, maid. Just a moment, please. Oh, maid. Where are you? A very large China.
And Japan?
Very small Japan.
And Ireland?
Very green.
And Iceland?
Oh, it's very white.
And Italy?
Very Neapolitan.
And Copenhagen?
Oh, very cosmopolitan.
And Florida?
Very condominium. Mm-hmm.
And Jersey?
Oh, very mobile home.
And Sybil?
What?
Do you love Sybil?
Who's Sybil?
Your new wife, the one you decided to marry after you and I got our divorce.
Oh, yeah, we're married. Yes, I seem to have forgotten that part.
Oh, Elliot, you're so amusing. You make me laugh all the time. So, do you love Sybil?
Probably. I mean, I married her.
Oh, Elliot, I'm sorry. We're mad to have left each other. Kiss me.
Oh, how ghastly.
This must be Sybil.
Oh, how ghastly. Whatever shall we do?
We must all speak in very low voices and attempt to be civilized.
Is this Amanda? Oh, Elliot, how could you treat me like this?
Hello, Sybil.
Well, since you ask, I'm very upset. I was inside writing a letter to your mother, and I wanted to know how to spell apothecary.
Apothecary.
Thank you.
Don't scribble, Sybil.
Did my eyes deceive me, or were you kissing my husband a moment ago?
We must all speak in very low voices and attempt to be civilized.
I was speaking in a low voice.
Yes, but I could still hear you.
Oh, sorry.
I can't hear a bloody word she's saying. The woman's a nincompoop. Say something, Elliot.
I couldn't hear anything either.
Elliot, you have to choose between us immediately. Do you love this creature, or do you love me?
I wonder where the maid is.
Forget about the maid, Elliot.
Elliot. You can never have a lasting relationship with a maid. Choose between the two of us.
I choose. Oh God, I don't know my lines. I don't know how I got here. I wish I wasn't here. I wish I joined the monastery like I almost did right out of high school, but I didn't. I almost joined, but then I didn't.
Oh, Elliot, your malaria is acting up again. Come, who do you choose? Me? Or that baggage over there?
You're the baggage, not I. Yes, Elliot, who do you choose?
I choose, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Amanda.
I choose Amanda. I think that's what he does in the play.
Very well. I can accept defeat gracefully. I don't think I'll send this letter to your mother. She has a loud voice and an overbearing manner, and I don't like her taste in tea china. I hope, Elliot, that when you see me hanging from the hotel lobby chandelier with my eyes hanging open and my tongue bulging out, you'll feel very, very sorry. Goodbye.
What a dreadful sport she is.
Poor Sybil, she's going to hang herself.
Some women should be hung regularly like tapestries. Now, whose yacht do you think that is?
The Duke of Westminster.
How dare you mention the time in Mozambique? Oh, Elliot, I'm so sorry. I love you madly. Now, wait here and let me pack my things and let's run away together before Victor gets back. Oh, darling, isn't it extraordinary how potent sheet music can be?
Hail to your lordship.
Oh, hello. Are you Victor?
The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever.
This doesn't sound like Noel Coward.
True in disposition. Good, my lord.
You aren't Victor?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
Oh, yes. How was it?
Indeed, my lord. It was followed hard upon.
Hard upon. Yes, I see. Oh, good. The maid.
Thrift, Horatio.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish the marriage tables. What does that mean? Oh, she's already gone.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Did you? Who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king. My father.
Seizing your admiration for a while with an atnere till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
I see. I'm Hamlet now, right?
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Mausolus and Bernardo, on their watch in the dead waste in middle of the night been thus encountered. A figure like your father, armed at a point exactly, cap a pay, appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately behind them. Thrice he walks by, the fear-oppressed and fear-surprised eyes, with his truncheon's length, while distilled almost to jelly with an active fear, stand dumb and speak not to him. This, to me in dreadful secrecy, they did, whereas they had delivered both in time, formed a thing, each word made true and good. The apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
Oh, my turn. Most strange and wondrous tale you tell, Horatio. It doth turn my ear into a very merry bear bodkin.
Oh, as I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true, and I did think it writ down in my duty to let you know of it.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh yes, my lord. He wore his beaver up.
His beaver up. He wore his beaver up. And does he usually wear it down?
A countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. My father was a king of much renown, a favorite in London town, and in Denmark.
I warrant it will.
I want it will also.
Our duty to your honor.
Where are you going? Don't go. Oh, Amanda. Good to see you. Whose yacht do you think that is?
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turn'st mine eyes into my own very soul, where I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their taint.
I haven't seen Victor. Someone was here that I thought might have been him, but it wasn't.
Oh, speak to me no more. Those words are like daggers in mine ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
Very well. What do you want me to talk about?
No more.
Don't go. Well, maybe someone will come in a minute. Yeah, of course, people have soliloquies in Shakespeare. We could wait a minute. Maybe someone will come and, give me a line or two. A maid? Line? No? Okay. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave I am. Oh, what a noble mind is here overthrown. We are such stuff as our dreams are made on. Our lives are rounded by little sleep. Thrift, Horatio. Neither a borrower nor lenders be, but to thine own self be true. Out, damn spot. Extraordinary how potent cheap music is. I wonder whose yacht that is out there. How is China? Oh, very large China. How is Japan? Oh, very small Japan. Line. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll see. There's a thing where you can call for a line, and usually the stage manager gives you a line to get you going. Line. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. Get thee to a nunnery. Line. I'm sorry, I don't know if this is supposed to be Hamlet or Private Lives. I keep rattling on like a maniac. I really apologize. I just don't ever remember rehearsing. I have always depended on the kindness of strangers. Stella, it is a far, far better thing that you've done than I've ever done before. Line. Okay, again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Ellen enters with trash cans. Where are you going? Oh, are you Ophelia? Oh, get thee to a nunnery? Get in. Okay, this must be one of those modern Hamlets.
Nothing to be done. Pause, wrinkles nose. Nothing to be done.
I guess you're not Ophelia.
We'll just wait. Pause. Either he'll come, pause, or he won't.
That's a reasonable attitude. Are we on a guess waiting for Godot?
No, Willie. He came already, was an awful bore. Yesterday he came, garlic on his breath, and telling a lot of unpleasant jokes about Jews and Polacks and stewardesses. He was just dreadful. Pause. Smile.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Pause. So who are we waiting for?
We're waiting for Lefty.
And he seems to be a political organizer, I seem to recall.
Yes, dear. He is a political organizer. He's always coming around saying, go out, get off your behinds and organize, fight the system, do this, do that. Oh, he's exhausting. He's worse than Jane Fonda, and his garlic breath is just like Godot's. I don't know which of them is worse, and I hope neither of them ever come here again. Pause, rolls her eyes upwards.
So we're not really waiting for anyone, are we?
No, dear, we're not. It's just another happy day. Pause, picks bug from head.
Do you smell something?
That's not your line. Willie doesn't have that many lines. Oh, Willie, how talkative you are this morning.
There seems to be muck at the bottom of this garbage can.
Mustn't complain, Willie. There's muck at the bottom of everyone's garbage cans. Count your blessings, Willie. 1, 2, 3. Are you counting, Willie?
Oh, I guess so.
I am up to 3. 3 is my eyesight. Oh my God, I've gone blind. I can't see, Willie. Oh, what a terrible day. Oh me, oh my. Oh well, not too bad, really. I only use my eyesight occasionally when I wanted to see something, but no more.
I really don't know this play at all.
Count your blessings, Willie. Let me see you count them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, that's my eyesight. 4, that's my hearing. 5, that's my MasterCard. 6, that's this.
Did you say God, Willie?
No.
Why did you leave the monastery, Willie? Was it the same reason that I left the opera?
I have no idea.
I left the opera because I couldn't sing. They were mad to have hired me, certifiable, and now they're certified the entire staff. They reside at the Rigoletto Home for the Mentally Incapacitated in Turin. Pause, tries to touch her tongue with her nose.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Oh, Willie, listen, a voice. Perhaps there is a God.
At this evening's performance, the role of Sir Thomas More, the man for all seasons, normally played by Edwin Booth, will be played by George Spelvin. The role of Lady Alice, normally played by Sarah Bernhardt, will be played by Susan Barstow. The role of Lady Margaret, normally played by Eleanor Deuce, will be read by the stage manager. And at this evening's performance, the executioner will play himself. Thank you.
What did he say?
The executioner will play himself.
What does that mean? The executioner will play himself.
Oh, Father, why have they locked you up in this dreadful dungeon? It's more than I can bear.
I brought you a pastry, Thomas.
Look, Mother's brought you a pastry, Father.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, Father, if you don't give in to King Henry, they're going to cut off your head.
Aren't you going to eat the pastry that I brought you, Thomas?
No, I am not hungry. Thank you. Yeah, I've got to get out of here.
He's over here, and he'll never give in to the king.
No. I might. Quick, is this all about Anne Boleyn and everything?
Yes, and you won't give in to the king because you believe in the Catholic Church and the infallibility of the Pope and the everlasting life of the soul.
I don't necessarily believe any of that. Oh, sir, there's been an error. I think it's fine if the king marries Anne Boleyn. I just want to wake up.
Don't deny God, Father, just to spare our feelings. Mother and I are perfectly willing to have you dead if it's a question of principle.
The first batch of pastries didn't come out all that well, Thomas, but this is the second batch. I think there's a piece of hair in it.
Shut up about your pastry, will you? I don't think the Pope is infallible at all. I think he's a normal man with normal capabilities who happens to wear gold slippers. I thought about joining the monastery when I was younger, but I didn't do it. I should have done it. I didn't do it.
Oh, I was having such a pleasant dream, Willie. Go ahead, let them cut your head off. It'll be a nice change of pace.
That blade looks pretty real to me. I wasn't to wake up now or change plays. I wonder whose yacht that is over there. No, thank you. A horse. A horse. My kingdom for a horse.
Sir Thomas More, you've been found guilty of the charge of high treason. It is the sentence of the court that you be taken to the Tower of London, thence to the place of execution, and there your head shall be stricken from your body, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't go to the monastery. Maybe I should have. I'm sorry that I giggled during church in the 3rd grade, but I see no reason to be killed for it.
Nothing to be done. That's what I find so wonderful.
No!
Do I understand you right? You wish to reverse your previous stand on King Henry's marriage to Anne and to deny the Bishop of Rome?
Yes. I could care less. Let him marry 8 wives.
That's a terrible legacy of cowardice for Sir Thomas More to leave behind.
I don't care. I don't.
I'm going to ignore what you've just said and cut your head off anyway. We'll all pretend that you went to your death nobly. The church needs its schoolchildren and saints to have heroes to look up to. Don't you all agree?
I agree. I know I need someone to look up to. Pause, pause, wrinkles nose.
Yes. I can feel myself waking up now. The covers have fallen off the bed and I'm cold. And I'm going to wake up so I can pull them back up again.
Sir Thomas, prepare to meet your death.
Be quiet. I'm about to wake up.
Sir Thomas, prepare to meet your death.
I'm awake! No, I'm not.
He doesn't know his lines.
Sir Thomas, prepare to meet your death.
Line.
You turn to the executioner and say, "Friend, be not afraid of your office. You send me to God."
I don't like that one. Give me
That's the
another.
line in the script, George. Say it.
I don't want to.
Say it.
Say it, Willie. It'll mean a lot to me and to generations of school children to come.
Oh, Hamlet, speak the speech, I pray you, triplingly on the tongue.
Say it.
Friend, be not afraid of your office. You send me. Extraordinary how potent sheet music is.
That's not the line.
Women should be struck regularly like gongs.
George, say the line right.
They say you can never dream of your own death. So, I expect that I'll wake up just as soon as the blade comes down. So perhaps I should just get it over with.
Say the proper line, George.
Friend, be not afraid of your office.
Goodbye, Willie.
Goodbye, Hamlet.
Goodbye, George.
Goodbye, Sir Thomas.
You send me to God.
Behold, the head of Sir Thomas More.
Oh, I wish I weren't blind and could have seen that, Willie. Oh well, no matter. It's still been another happy day. Pause, smile, wrinkles nose. Pause, fix bug from head. Pause, pause, wiggles ears. All in darkness, utterly useless. No one can see her. She stares ahead. Count 2. End of play.